going on? How's everyone doing?
Shout out to Colin. Everybody else who's cool with Colin.
Chunky! I didn't say.
Eat your popcorn and your Coca-Cola and relax.
Anyway, tell Colin I'm ready.
What's going on? This is Colin. How's everybody doing? I hope you're having a great day so far. Happy Tuesday. You guys want to watch some court? I want to watch some court. I've got a fun collection tonight. These are what I am now calling court geniuses because I don't want to start just calling people idiots, which might be a better word, but we're going to call them court geniuses. Let's see. I've got 4 clips. Yeah, I don't really have to say anything else. Before I hit that play button, you know what to do. Hit the like and subscribe button. Words, yeah. Hit the like and subscribe. Do your jump kick backflips. Let's go.
Calling case 24002.
That was hilarious. I just left Biggin. Oh, that was funny. Did you taser? Do you want to? Oh, that's good. That's good. All right. Now that I already paused it, this is a pro se that I've been following. I've played his clips on the channel on my live streams for, I don't know, the last 2 weeks. So I'm going to keep following him until his trial, which I think he's due back this week. I think they tell us in this clip. But we have a pro se, and yeah, it's just another pro se idiot. Not a good idea. David! Thank you so much for the 6 months. I appreciate it, my friend. Thank you. Thank you. All right, let's go. Pro se.
426 People versus Montez Murphy. We're here for a review date appearances, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Andrew Tyler for the people, P87431.
Montez Murphy.
Good morning, Mr. Murphy. Mr. Harris?
Judge Lau here to stand by counsel.
Thank you. For the record, Mr. Harris is appearing by Zoom. So we were last together last week on December 6th. Mr. Murphy, who is representing himself, indicated that there were some missing body cams. And the plan was to obtain that body cam footage to
Heather!
put it in a format that we could use to allow Mr. Murphy to review it on a desktop here today. But that hasn't happened because there is no body cam video for Officer Simon. And Officer Simon was also the female. You were wondering, Mr. Murphy.
Yes, it is the female officer, and
And,
she's a witness for trial.
okay, well, just note that the people are indicating that there's no body cam available for her. And you also asked for a signed copy of the complaint. We're going to get that to you immediately. Did that happen last time? Did you get the copy of the complaint? So we'll get that to you immediately. Is there anything else that you?
All right, I don't want to not call this out. Biggin raided Mandu tonight. He didn't raid me, but I do appreciate you guys coming over from Biggin. I don't want to ignore everyone saying Biggin raid. I do appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Biggin's okay. I'm just kidding. Biggin's awesome.
You need to review, do we need to set another date for you to come here and review electronic discovery?
Yes, is it a body cam for Officer Judd?
Who's Officer Judd?
It's another officer that was on the scene. On the officer that allegedly took me to the ground.
Took you where?
That took me to the ground.
To the ground? Right. I don't think that you mentioned Judd. You just said you were concerned that you were missing the body. Hold on, I'm talking now. You said you were missing the body cam of Officer Simon, who was one of 3 witnesses. You weren't certain if Officer Simon was a female or not, but it was definitely the female who you also needed body cam for. So we confirmed that Officer Simon and the female are one and the same people. And there was no other named officer. So who's the officer that you're requesting now for body cam? Judd?
JUDD.
Excuse me. JUDD? Excuse me. Mr. Tyler, how soon can we get Officer Judd's body cam?
Your Honor, I don't see any indication of an Officer Judd. I have 4 officers who are on scene and an officer in charge. None of them is named Judd, and the only officer who is on scene whose body cam is missing is Officer Simon.
Okay. Where did you get Judd from?
It's in my written discovery.
What does it say?
Officer Judd was one of the officers that supposedly took me to the ground.
Do you have it with you? The written discovery?
No.
Which part of the discovery?
The description,
In one of the investigators report?
yes.
Let's go off the record for just a moment. Mr. Murphy, you can have a seat if you'd like, sir.
If I may, Your Honor,
Yes.
I've discovered what is being talked about.
All right, we'll go back on the record.
Okay.
All right, we're back on.
Ms. Heskett is also very helpful here. It wasn't just me figuring this out. The police report is done, Dearborn Heights. These officers are Dearborn Heights officers. Officer Judd was on scene, as indicated by the investigator's report. He is a Dearborn police officer, so he would not have, they would not have included anything from him in something like putting it in for trial PBK or anything like that. I can see if he is available. I can see if there's body cam saved for him, but the officer in charge, who is from Dearborn Heights, would be dealing with the Dearborn Heights police, not police from a different jurisdiction.
Okay. But he's still entitled to body cam if it exists of any officers that were on scene.
I agree, and I can see if that has been preserved anywhere.
Okay.
But that I'm just explaining, that's why
I
he was
understand.
not included on a witness list or.
I understand. So how soon can we confirm whether Judd has body cam? And just so I'm clear, Judd is Dearborn, not Dearborn Heights.
Correct. Just a couple of days, I would have to contact the OIC, and he might have to do some digging to see if there's anything.
Okay. One moment, please. All right. So we're gonna set a trial date.
I believe we have a
But-
trial date.
I don't see it in Odyssey. What is the trial date that you?
I see January 13th.
I have that too. Do you have that as the trial date, Mr. Murphy? Okay, we'll make sure that we get that in Odyssey. Okay, so let's come back together next Friday. I think we need to do it a little sooner. So how long would it take if there is a body cam to obtain Judd's body cam?
Getting it would involve me contacting the officer in charge. He would have to look around for it. I'm not sure if there's an ability between Dearborn and Dearborn Heights to do that quickly. But if there is something, he should be able to find it and we can upload it to evidence.com very quickly. But then, of course, there's the issue of getting it onto a flash drive and getting it to Mr. Murphy.
Okay. So let's come back then. What day is a good day next week? The soonest? Well, let's make it Friday. That should be enough time to obtain a body cam if it exists. And if it does exist and we have it by Friday, then Mr. Murphy could have all day on Friday to review. Friday the 20th. And we won't need to go on the record unless we need to go on the record like we did today.
Okay.
Mr. Murphy, is there anything else?
I just have one more question. As far as Officer Simon body cam, I don't understand how the people can't provide her body cam when she was one of the officers who searched the car.
Well, I'm going to give you my spiel now that I didn't do at the beginning, Mr. Murphy. You're representing yourself. A trained lawyer would know what to do in this instance. You're facing very, very serious charges. And I'm urging you to allow me to appoint counsel for you. Will you allow me to do that? Okay. I agree. All right, so, Ms.
You couldn't hear him, but he said no. He said no. He's got standby counsel. Yeah, this guy's a train wreck. This one isn't the most exciting case. I've just been following this guy for probably about a month and a half now. I think this is the third or fourth video I've done on him. I'm just waiting for the trial because Judge Green does play her trials on YouTube, so I'm excited about this. Just wanted to keep everyone updated. Guy still doesn't want an attorney. Asking for body cams. He's got 6 body cams of his arrest, and he wants every single officer's body cam. I don't know what a different perspective is going to do, but, he's asking.
Mr. Harris, will you please get the flash drive to us before next Friday? And we can give it to the people who can then put any body cam that's missing for Judd on the flash drive for Mr. Murphy.
Okay, I'll bring the flash drive that I brought previously that has the other body cam on there. So if the people have anything to add on there, that's great,
Mr. Harris, what day can you come, sir? And drop it
Well,
off?
let me see. I may be in the building on Monday. I got to check on that. I may have one matter.
I need a firm date that you're going to bring it.
I'll
back.
drop it off on Monday. I should be
On
able to.
Monday?
Yeah, I should be able to do that. I have a. I think I have a case with Judge.
Should be able to do that.
Well, I have a case scheduled with Judge Blount, so I should be able to drop it off on Monday.
Okay. For the flash drive? Officer saying you need to bring a yellow sticky.
It's not selective. I'm half deaf, so I can only hear every other word she says. So no, it's not selective. She just needs to learn to talk on my good side. That's all. Or I guess she needs to learn to type on my good side. That makes more sense.
With the password on it? We'll figure that out when you get here.
Are you speaking to me about a password?
Well, you know what? We'll figure it out on Monday when you get here.
I'll just drop off the flash drive that I dropped off last time that was returned to me.
Okay.
Okay, very good.
Is there anything else for this record?
Not from the people, Your Honor.
Mr. Murphy? All right, we're off the record. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. That was just a quick update. Wanted to get that out of the way. Now we move on to the more interesting cases. I think this is Judge O'Donnell, the next clip. Hold on. Yeah. This guy, this guy's funny. You know what? Before I do get into that, though, I've got some milestones. HCC, good to see you, my friend. 9 months. That is awesome. Thank you so much. Vic, 8 months. Woohoo. Sorry, it's only 8 months. Don't apologize. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And Michelle at 11. She's getting so close to 1 year. Thank you so much, Michelle. I do appreciate it. I feel like I wanted to answer this. That's why I started. Colin could never understand. Oh, yeah, I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you're talking about because I don't know. Do your job. Do your jump kick backflips. I think that might be what you're thinking. Jump kick backflips. Just a dumb saying from my gaming days over a decade ago. So that's where that comes from. Is that I think that might be what you're thinking though. My editing skills are amazing. Why did I keep in this dead time? Come on, Judge, call the case. I got you. I got you. Oh, I appreciate it, Carla. I'm sorry to hear that. 4 at one time. I can imagine. But thank you for watching.
Yes.
Hope you recover from that quickly.
Basically, we build houses from the ground up.
Oh, I made Heather Grippo's crusted chicken last time she was here. Yeah, Grippo's. For those of you that don't know, Grippo's are an amazing Ohio potato chip.
It's 24,
Cincinnati.
471,
All right, here we
Deshaun
go.
Stewart, violation of community control. First violation, tested positive for marijuana and alcohol, September 12th. You understand that charge?
Yes, sir.
Second, tested positive for marijuana, October 24th. You understand that charge?
Yes, sir.
Third, tested positive for marijuana, November 14th. You understand that charge?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Mulkey?
Thank you, Your Honor. It's my understanding after meeting with my client that he will waive a probable cause hearing. Furthermore, Your Honor, we would, if possible, like to dispose of the entire matter, proceed to disposition today. Thank you.
Is that what you want to do?
Yes, sir.
What's your plea to that charge? Those
Guilty.
charges?
Guilty.
I'll accept your guilty plea and find you guilty. I sentenced you August 28th. And 3 times you tested positive for marijuana. Why?
It was like I told my probation officer, I smoked for my birthday. I knew I was wrong. But after my
Well,
birthday,
why did you do it?
not thinking.
Okay. I mean, what does that mean, not thinking? I mean, you knew you weren't, when was your birthday?
August 25th.
Okay, you were, okay. And you were in court 3 days later,
Yes.
okay. And you just did it anyway because you wanted to.
Yes,
Right.
sir.
Why?
Wasn't thinking.
I know you weren't thinking. Okay, so then why did you test positive in September?
I believe that was already in my system. I hadn't smoked nothing fresh.
Okay, why did you test positive in October?
Still in my system.
Why did you test positive in November?
Still in my system.
No, it wasn't.
Mr.
When does
O'Donnell,
it go out of your system?
you say when do it?
When does it go out of your system?
I never know. I don't know. I've been trying to figure that out myself. I've been smoking weed for the last 40 years. This is my first time ever having to try to clean my system. I never got in trouble where
Jamie, how long you been a probation officer?
20 years,
How long you been testing people for drugs?
20 years.
In your experience, how long does marijuana stay in the system?
Generally, people will be testing negative 30, maybe 45 days. We'll start getting negative screens because it will not be at a level that tests positive.
Okay, well, let's call it 60 anyway, okay? So if we call it 60, it's October 25th. So you're lying to me.
No, I'm not, sir.
You are. You are. Well, why did you, on September 12th, did you test positive for alcohol?
You say, did I?
Yeah, that's right. You did, right?
I'm not for sure. No one told me nothing.
All right, you just pled guilty to it.
Yeah, I
So
pled guilty.
why were you drinking then? when you were told August 28th not to?
August 28th, I was not to, and I was drinking when?
Tested positive.
I test positive. No,
September
that's
12th for alcohol.
I didn't even drink nothing in September.
How you keep testing positive for stuff you don't do? How does that happen?
I tested positive for the weed due to the fact that was already in my system. Alcohol, when Miss Jamie told me I had to stop drinking and smoking, I did stop drinking.
And how did you test positive for it?
That was already still in my system, sir.
The alcohol was in your system?
No, the weed was in my system.
I asked you about the drinking.
Alcohol, I hadn't drank since my birthday.
Then how is it still in your system?
Now, that's a good question, but
That's a great question. It's
yes,
not
it is.
I mean, that's kind of a basic question. It's not a good question. It's not a great question. It's just a question. Better question is, why do you keep trying to bullshit me?
I'm not. I swear to God.
How long have you been sitting in jail?
A week.
What have you been doing while you've been sitting in jail?
Thinking on how can I get out of this situation?
What?
Go back to work.
Thinking about what?
How can I get out of this situation and go back to work?
One way to do it ain't to lie to me. Where do you work?
Petro's Homes.
Doing what?
Construction cleanup.
Where?
The places where I work at is out in Crocker Park.
How do you get there?
Uber.
Why don't you have a license?
My license just got suspended due to the fact my insurance lapsed.
Okay, why did your insurance lapse?
I couldn't pay the bill at the time.
Why not? You're working, you're making $20 an hour.
At the time when my insurance got lapsed, I was in the process of moving.
From where to where?
I was moving from 128th and St. Clair to from 128th St. Clair out to where I caught the case at, to the hotel, where I caught my case at.
Uh-huh.
And then maybe 6 weeks later, that's when we found the spot. And that's on 131st and Shaw. I've been there for
When are you gonna get a license?
I can get one today.
Okay, well, how?
I can pay my insurance, my insurance claim, I could pay that.
Why didn't you do that like 10 days ago when you were out?
I was worried about this case. I wasn't worried about trying to drive back and forth. I had Uber
How
to do
did
that.
he get arrested?
How?
Talking to her.
He reported, and he was arrested when he,
Reported what day?
December 9th.
So like on December 2nd, why didn't you take care of this and get your license?
I didn't know my license was a major factor in this.
Well, how much do you spend on Uber?
Oh, now that's a good question. Because I got to go
A
to
lot
work
of
every
good
day.
questions today. So how much do you spend on a trip to Uber when you got to go to work?
That's more like $50 to $60 a day.
$50 to $60 a day. What a waste of money. I mean, how much you got to pay to get your insurance reinstated?
That is $230 some odd dollars.
Okay, so you can take care of that in a week.
Right.
So why haven't you done that?
I was busy worried about trying to get back and forth out here to finish this case. I wasn't worried about driving. Driving wasn't a big factor to me right then, sir.
It would, if I were you, it would be to me if I'm spending $50 a day on Uber.
I'm just trying to make sure I get out here so I don't get violated.
Okay, well, here you are. Here
Yeah.
you are, because you won't stop smoking pot. Now, when you went, where did you get your drug and alcohol evaluation?
It was on West 59th in Detroit.
What was the name of the organization?
I do not know. I had called it off the back of my medical card.
What medical card?
My insurance card. My insurance medical card.
And when you went there, what was the discussion about? Tell me what you remember about your interview there.
My interview with the man asked me, do I think I have a problem with drugs? I say no. He asked me, what is the outcome of the situation? I say, I don't know. It's between the judge and my probation officer.
When did you get the evaluation done?
Could you imagine spending $50 a day Ubering back and forth to work? I don't know. At that point, I think I'd find a new job. I would find somewhere I could walk to. I mean, let's just, let's say he works 4 days a week. That's $200 a week he'd spend on Uber. I couldn't imagine that. When I order Uber Eats for dinner, I'm sick about wasting the money the next day. Like, I wake up like, why did I do that? I have food. And I think on average, when I order Uber Eats, it's between 40 and $50 probably. It's like, yeah, I mean, that's, I don't know, once every 2 weeks. And yeah, I feel guilty about it. I couldn't imagine doing that every day to go to work.
Monday. No, that's when I gave you the.
Sorry, I keep hitting the pause. This is when
I got the.
Those pauses are when I'm recording the video. It's because my headphones are very sensitive. And when they're falling out of my ear and I try to push them back in, I usually pause the video. That's what that is.
Evaluation done the week before.
So the beginning of December?
Yes.
And you told the guy you didn't have a problem?
No, I don't. I don't have a problem. It's just that.
I guess it depends on a definition of problem, doesn't it? You don't think it's a problem to smoke pot. I think it's a problem to smoke pot.
Okay.
So is it a definition problem here?
No, I do have a problem, sir.
So what are you going to do about it?
Stop.
Okay. I thought we had that discussion back on August 28th.
Yes, we did.
How long have you been working at this Petro?
3.5 years.
How often do you work?
Every day, Monday through Friday.
And where are you living right now?
131st and Shaw.
Who do you live with?
My girlfriend and my dog.
Jesus. So all this time you've been working at that place, you've been smoking pot?
No.
No? Up until when? August 25th?
Yes.
Okay. Were you high when you were working?
No.
Why not?
Because I was off.
What?
I was off.
You were off what?
I was off for my birthday.
No. When you worked prior to August 25th, you worked for them for 3+ years. Were you high when you were working?
Not while at work.
Why not?
It's not right to work while high.
Why
I only
not?
smoke when I got off work, sir.
Okay. So you're able to prevent smoking pot while you're working?
Yes.
So then you do it by choice because you want to, right?
Before I caught this case, yes.
Okay. So there's no reason that you should ever smoke pot again because you can control that habit, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right, you're going to stay on community control. 7 days in jail with credit for 7. No drugs. No alcohol. And screens.
Yes, sir.
Full employment. Valid driver's license. Cost and supervision fees. So I assume, Jamie, he's going to go out of the jail and into your office, right?
That is correct.
Okay, so I want him to have a urine test. So we'll see what happens with that one. Mr. Mulkey, anything else?
Not at all, Your Honor. Thank you so much.
Now, I didn't, listen,
That reminds me, Michael, Snoop Dogg had I don't know, like a small sitcom show back on, I think it was MTV. I think this was the late 90s. It didn't last very long. I think there's only a couple episodes of it, but he had a fake commercial where he was selling a tape to quit smoking weed. And he's like, yeah, buy this tape and I guarantee you'll quit smoking weed. And he had a bunch of like guest celebrities on this fake commercial. One of them was, I think it was either Redman or Method Man. I don't remember which one it was. And he came up and they took testimonial from him. He was like, yes, this tape absolutely works. Thanks to Snoop Dogg's quit smoking weed tape, I have quit 37 times already this week. This tape is awesome. Yeah, that's exactly what this reminds me of.
I gave you what I just gave you because that's what I wanted to do, okay? But I didn't do it because I believe you haven't smoked pot since August 25th, okay?
Yes,
So
sir.
knock off the nonsense. If you knock off the nonsense, then you won't have to deal with this crap anymore. Understand?
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right. We're going to move from Judge O'Donnell. We are moving, I think, to Judge Middleton. He had a really fun one yesterday. When I say fun, obviously it's a stretch of the word. But this guy, he's borderline hilarious. But let's hold on. I don't want to say it's Judge Middleton and something else pop up. Okay, we got Judge Middleton. Actually, we got a new member before I go any further. JP Jazz, thank you so much for becoming a new member. I appreciate it. Welcome to the family, my friend. Thank you. Okay, now let's go.
All right. Good morning, Mr. King. Could you have a seat?
That's better.
Hi. I got your lawyer, Mr. Knopfinger, to join us. So thank you to him. He was here on another matter and I corralled him to come in here. This is file number 241134 SM, People versus Reggie Lee King. Mr. King, you were charged with assault and battery last May for an incident that occurred at the Spartan Motel, and the complaining witness was Lori Wilkers.
The camera's on that.
Lori Wilkes. All right. You spent 8 days in jail, and then you posted a bond, and then you got out. Then you failed to appear again, and you posted another bond. So you spent 18 days in jail so far, and then I think you got arrested yesterday. How did you come to get arrested yesterday?
I have no clue.
Did they come and stop you at the motel or what?
No, I don't live there no more.
Where did you get arrested?
I got arrested at my brother's house.
At Dewey's house?
My brother, I'm staying over there. And it was, my brother's in the hospital. His girlfriend, April, she works every day. She's a caregiver. She helps take care of people. And it was just me, Virginia, and the 3 kids. I was in the living room.
What town was that in?
What?
What town was that in? Oh. That's Dewey's house?
Yeah. And fucking, they're all
what's your language? All right, well, Mr. King, what I represented to you earlier.
Hey, no, you finish. I'm the boss.
Oh, well, all right, well, that's debatable. You drop an F-bomb again, and I'm going to leave you in jail for a while. All right, what do you want to tell me?
And they went to the front bedroom. All of them did, well, go to the front bedroom, okay. That's what Virginia told Brooklyn, the front bedroom. Okay, they're back there talking. I'm sitting out in the living room with the 2 boys. And then here comes Brooklyn, 2 back to the bedroom. I'm like, okay, what the hell is going on?
And that's when you got arrested yesterday?
Yeah. And then all of a sudden, they come outside the bedroom, well, we're gonna go to the store. Okay, so I'm sitting here waiting. They said they're going to the store. I go outside from upstairs. I know I heard them out there talking. And then all of a sudden I got covered my door. Well, we got places of this. I didn't say shit. Besides, are you okay? Because Virginia was sitting on the couch. And Brooklyn came up, sat next to her, started crying, holding her, bawling her eyes out, crying. She gets up, goes to the chair. I'm like, Brooklyn, you okay? Virginia's
right, let me cut right to the chase. I don't need to know this part, but
No, you're not deaf. No, the only person I think understands him is Judge Middleton. But Judge Middleton knows his brother and knows where his brother lives. I mean, you can't hide from Judge Middleton. When you show up for court, he's like, oh, well, this is where his mom lives. This is where he gets his mail. This is where he goes to buy his groceries. His mailman lives here. His dog was buried in this guy's backyard. He's going to be one of those 5 spots. Yeah. Judge Middleton.
You've been in jail for a total of 19 days. 8 days, 10 days, and 1 more. So I represented to your lawyer, Mr. Knopfinger, that if you plead guilty to assault and battery and knocking that girl down or pushing her down, that I would give you 19 days jail credit, 19 days, and take your fine out of your.
Unfortunately, Wixom, he probably does.
Bond. Now, assault and battery is a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to 93 days in jail and a fine of up to $500.
No, but see, there's cameras on that too. Just like there was with the other one. With the one that hit me in the head with a baseball bat.
All right, well, this doesn't have anything to do with a baseball bat. She contended you got in an argument with her and you pushed her and pulled her hair back in May. May 11th. What?
It's not according to what the camera said.
All right, well, okay. So my representation to you and your lawyer is here. If you plead guilty to an assault and battery on Lori Wilkes, I will give you 19 days jail credit, 19 days, and use the bond to pay your fine.
So, Judge, that means that the case would just be over today?
Correct.
And then would Mr. King get out of jail today and he wouldn't owe any fines and costs? You'd take it out of his bond?
Correct.
Does that make sense, Reggie?
Hey, can you point me to my attorney?
Yeah, he's here. Can you hear him?
I can hear him. I want to look at him, if that's okay.
All right. Can we open the breakout room so Luke can talk privately with Mr. King?
I can go, Judge, I have my laptop. I can go wherever. I'll find it.
Because if I can...
All right, well, hold still.
We do that.
Because if I can do this, and if I'm not going to get charged for it, because there's cameras that states I did not do it.
All right, hold still.
But if I can get out of this easily, if you're willing to do this for me, Milton?
Yes, sir.
Then I guess if it's okay with him, I'll take it.
All right, we'll let you talk to your lawyer here about it.
Because if I can get out of jail right now.
Stop talking.
And no fines, no cost. I have money. No,
all right, well, hold up till Luke logs in here.
Okay.
Luke, I greatly appreciate your being here.
Yeah.
All right, Reggie, click the button that says join.
Oh, I didn't do the fade in, fade out. Man, my editing skills are awesome tonight. This just gets better. This gets so much better. Just you guys wait. Before we get to part 2, Sparkle Poots, thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. I appreciate it. Welcome to the 5 new members. That is awesome, Sparkle Poots. And Wendy is a new member. Thank you so much, Wendy. Welcome to the family. Thank you. All right, let's finish this one up. This part 2 was way better than part 1. Just wait.
I tried to find an exit button. He said it is exit button. I used to do it. I know that. Sorry.
All right, well, have a seat, Mr. King. Mr. King, have a seat. All right, we're back in the matter of People versus Reggie Lee King. File number is 241114SM. Yeah, opportunity to speak privately with his client in a breakout room. Mr. Knopfinger, did we resolve the case?
Yes, Judge. Spoken to Mr. King. Also, he's apologetic for the language he had used earlier. He's just a little frustrated. He will enter a plea to assault and battery. The factual basis, Judge, will be in one in which he did approach her. She was under the immediate apprehension of a battery and kind of reacted.
Oh. What is going on? Is that happening on your guys' side too? Did my internet just glitch?
All right. Mr. King, other than what I told you about what I proposed to do for the sentence, did anybody promise you? Yeah.
All right. So it happened while I was grabbing the clip, and apparently I rewound because I noticed it happen, and I didn't edit this out. Yep. Awesome editing skills. 3 times in one night. Let's go.
Opportunity to speak privately with his client in a breakout room. Mr. Knopfinger, did we resolve the case?
Yes, Judge. Spoken to Mr. King. Also, he's apologetic for the language he had used earlier. He's just a little frustrated. He will enter a plea to assault and battery. The factual basis, Judge, will be in one in which he did approach her and she was under the immediate apprehension of a battery and kind of reacted.
All right. Mr. King, other than what I told you about what I proposed to do for the sentence, did anybody promise you anything to get you to plead to this?
No.
Or threaten you to try to get you to plead?
No.
You understand that if you do plead to this charge, you'll be giving up your right to have a trial in front of a judge or jury. If you had a trial, you'd have the right to be represented by an attorney. And as I indicated, Mr. Knopfinger made a special effort to be here with us this morning.
Yeah,
if you had a trial, you'd have a right to take the witness stand and testify on your own behalf, but you don't have to because you have a right not to testify. And if you did not wish to testify, the judge or jury could not hold your silence against you. And you have the right to be presumed innocent unless the state was able to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. Did you get into some sort of disagreement with this Lori Wilkes back on May 11th?
I got in a disagreement with her and I got up in her face, but she dropped to the ground and she must have thought I hit her.
That's sufficient. All right, now, have you got a way to get back to Three Rivers?
I don't think so.
All right, well then you walk up here to the courthouse and the bailiffs will make sure you get a bus pass, okay?
Well, can I get a ride with you?
No, I won't be, whatever direction you're going in, I won't be going in that direction.
That sounds fun. Me and you hanging out in the car?
Yeah, that sounds like great fun. Maybe ride the back of my truck.
Hey, come on.
All right.
Hey, I can bring we can stop and get a pre-roll.
All right.
Come on, man.
All right. You're pushing the envelope here, Mr. King. I'm going to give you 19 days jail credit, 19 days, a $125 crime victims' rights fee and state minimum fee, and a $75 attorney fee. That adds up to $200. From the bond is $200. Now you've also got you got a bunch of other unpaid stuff.
Yeah, that's what I thought he said too. I've seen this a couple times now. I don't know what that is. If that is what he said, no idea what that is. Maybe we need to message Debbie Davis and figure that one out.
I'm gonna wipe out another one. 23643 FY, felony disturbing, that was reduced to disturbing or attempted RO or something. I'm gonna wipe that out. There's others, but I'm just gonna deal with that one. All right, Mr. King, you should be able to get out. Hopefully you get lunch. If you need a bus pass, stop at the courthouse. The bailiffs can give you one. All right.
Can I go with you?
No, he's not going your direction either.
Whoa,
Whatever it is, we're not going that way. All right, good luck, Mr. King.
Thanks, Judge. Thanks.
Thank you, Luke, for your help and going the extra mile there. Jordan's headed not in that direction either, so I won't.
Actually
What? 19 days is probably sufficient for what that was. So I'm happy to bring a resolution to it. Thank you.
Thanks, Judge.
All right. Yeah, I've never heard of a pre-roll joint called a pre-roll. I know you can buy them. I didn't know they were called pre-rolls. I haven't smoked in 15 years. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not hip to the lingo, especially since it's become legal. All right. We're going to move on. We've got one case left before we get there. Cheshire Cat, thank you so much. Fire as hell editing skills. Yeah, so good. I am so good. That's why you guys keep coming back. MB on the editing skills roll. Yeah. Yep. Thanks, MB. Thanks, Cheshire Cat. I appreciate it. All right, last one. This one happened today. This is another court genius. There's probably some MH issues here as well, but I don't know. It's hard to say MH or drugs. Kind of like the last guy. It's almost like they're brothers. This guy might be brothers with the guy we just saw. It's that bad. What does Mike say? Mike says deliciously awful. Yeah, that's what we're about to see. Let's go.
All right, good afternoon, sir. Are you Brian Thomas Swartz?
I was.
Is that your name?
It was.
MB, that is perfect. I wish this was Dewey. I forgot that we learned who his brother was. Man, that would have been a good joke. You beat me to it, MB. Good. Nice. That's the comment of the night.
Okay, you go by a different name now, sir?
Yes, I do.
And what is that?
Platinum.
Okay, thank you. All right, so Ms. Wanji, if you would enter your appearance for this gentleman.
Good afternoon, Magistrate. Assistant Public Defender Melanie L.B. Wanji for Mr. Swartz.
All right, thank you. Sir, this is file 24-03690FY. This is a complaint alleging on or about December 16th of 2024 at 720 North Larch Street, City of Lansing, Ingham County, Michigan. Count one, oops, I'm not recording, so let me catch up a little bit here. File 24-03690FY. We have Brian Thomas Swartz, who's advised the court that he goes by Platinum. And he said his name used to be Brian Swartz. Excuse me?
Those two names have nothing to do with each other by the time we get out of here, because I need a new name. I was targeted identity theft-wise.
Okay, all right. So I do have to indicate the name that's on the charging document, but certainly if you have name changes, then you can talk to your attorney about that. So this is, again, file 24-03690FY. Ms. Wanji, I'm sorry, would you enter your appearance again, please?
Yes, good afternoon, Magistrate. Assistant Public Defender Melanie L.B. Wanji on behalf of Mr. Schwartz.
Okay, thank you. All right, sir. So this is a complaint alleging on or about December 16th of 2024 at 720 North Larch Street, City of Lansing, Ingham County, Michigan. Count 1 alleges that you did willfully and maliciously destroy or injure a Ford Explorer, a Honda CRV.
Knight
Ford
did that.
Taurus.
Kevin Knight did that. Kevin Knight, John Palmer did that.
Sir, I have to read this. Listen to me.
Palmer
Okay.
did that.
Okay.
Go.
When you are, listen, when you are in front of the.
Heather is visiting. She's going to be here the day after Christmas. So I just threw that up there. No pressure though. But yeah, she's going to be here. Yeah, December 26th. 26th through the 3rd, I think. 9 days. Whatever 9 days is after the 26th.
Court on YouTube, you don't want to say anything that can be used against you. You're going to want to give that information to your attorney when you have a private setting so that they can investigate those allegations, okay? You are presumed innocent. I'm not going to tell you anything other. I'm not going to tell you you're guilty today. I'm going to tell you you're presumed innocent and you have the right to defend against the charge. All I have to do, though, is tell you what the charge is, the maximum penalty, and that's what starts everything up, and then you can defend against the charge. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, so again, if this is an allegation that you did willfully and maliciously destroy or injure a Ford Explorer, Honda CRV, Ford Taurus, the personal property of Don Brand, and or Ralph McCain Auto Sales, and the amount of the destruction or injury was $1,000 or more, but less than $20,000. So the maximum penalty, Mr. Schwartz, is up to 5 years and or $10,000, or 3 times the amount of destruction or injury, whichever is greater.
Really not.
So do you understand the charge and the
believe-
maximum penalty?
I hear what you're saying, but I don't believe it's correct at all.
And sir, that is certainly your defense. You're permitted to do that. You're obligated to do that. I understand, but I still have to explain it to you so that you can defend against it. So do you understand what I'm saying with the maximum penalty?
That is why I said does not retain.
Okay. All right. So, you have rights, and I'm going to go over those with you because they are very important. You have the right to plead guilty. Let me finish. You have the right to plead. Sir, please don't interrupt me because it's going to take us a lot longer to get through this. And you'll be able to talk with your attorney when we're finished, probably on a different date. But anyway, let's give you your rights. You have the following rights, sir. You have the right to plead guilty, not guilty, or stand mute. You have the right to a trial by a judge or a jury, and at that trial you can present or confront witnesses. If they would not appear, the court can order them to do so. You also have the right to a lawyer, and if you cannot afford one, one can be appointed for you at court expense. You also have the right to remain silent. Anything you say or write can be used against you, and you always have the right to have a lawyer present with you at any time that you are questioned. And finally, I'll say it again, you are presumed innocent, and if you're found guilty, it has to be beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand those rights, Mr. Schwartz?
Absolutely. Plea of not guilty.
And we will do that for you, absolutely. All right, then. Ms. Wanji, is he applying for an attorney?
I have one online, Susan Danke.
What happened is that he said he has attorneys, but I don't know that that's true. But I told him that I'm going to go ahead and request a public defender for him, And when he gets to court, he's free to tell the judge whether or not there is another attorney, and that we can always do a substitution.
Oh, yeah, yeah, okay. So do you want the public defender to help you at least until you're sure that you have another attorney?
I'd like the one that I was said to, but yeah, I could use all the help I could get. You know, somebody give me a pencil so I can fill this stuff out.
I don't know about that. I don't have any control over pens or pencils, but I'm sure that.
Am I supposed to know anything if I can't fill this stuff out? You know what I'm saying? I see three typos on the page.
Yep, maybe they can fill it out for you, sir. I don't know. So what we're going to do is at least appoint an attorney for you so that you have some help. Like you said, you can use all the help you can get. So the next thing that's going to happen is you're going to have two hearings. The first hearing is a probable cause conference where your attorney meets with the prosecution and determines if there's any issues.
No, give that man a piece of chalk. I don't trust him with anything sharp around officers. No, chalk. We'll give you a chalkboard. You can go to town.
In regards to the charges, if there's any issues with the dates that the hearings are set or evidence, things like that. It really is a conference.
Absolutely not without my say-so.
Well, you'll be there, so you'll be able to talk, okay? So that's Thursday, December 26th. That's at 9:00 a.m. You have to be there in person. So we're going to give, well, you should have that notice to appear in your hand. Now, the next hearing that we have is called a preliminary exam. Mr. Swartz, I'm sorry. That is Friday, January 3rd at 8:30 a.m. You have to appear in person on that also. And what that is a mini.
Yeah, he would eat the chalk and drink the paint. We're a lose-lose situation. You know what? Probably take the paper away from him too, because he could probably paper cut somebody with that. Officers, just I don't know. You're gonna have fun with this guy later.
Trial to determine two things: whether a crime was committed, and two, whether you are the person who did it. And that is by a probable cause standard. It's not a full trial. Okay? So you'll be able to present witnesses. Okay? All right. So you've got the notice to appear. Is that right?
No, I don't actually. I don't have a pencil to circle to X, or check box whether I knew what the paper said.
Okay. Okay. So are you able to read, sir?
I don't have my glasses on. I'm blind.
Okay. All right. Officer, does he have his notice?
He does, Your Honor.
Okay.
What are you gonna do with the pencil if you're blind and you can't? This guy, my headphone just fell out. See, I told you guys, my headphones fall out and I grab them and it pauses the video. Luckily, I was already paused. This gets worse, guys. It gets worse. There's a part 2 to this.
So maybe they can circle the dates for you, and that might make it a little easier for you to see. They may be able to -01115 SM. This is a motion.
All right, they're back. They're back. Before we get into part 2, Sparkle Poots, thank you so much for the PayPal. You are the first donation of the Spoil Heather Fund. Thank you so much, Sparkle Poots. I appreciate it. You are awesome.
Affidavit and bench warrant on a charge of an assault and battery from April 5th of 2023. The bench warrant issued. Let me finish, sir. I'm just telling you the allegations here at this point. The defendant failed to appear for a pretrial conference scheduled for 10 o'clock on April 17th, 2023. Now, I know that's well over a year ago, but do you recall why you weren't in court that day?
I was out of the area trying to purchase a vehicle to get to here again.
Okay.
Comprende. Very good. Make a note of that. Those two go right together.
Yes. I'm writing it down. Thank you.
Much obliged.
So you have a new date to appear. That is now January 14th. That is at 10 o'clock a.m. And that is going to be with Judge Ward and you will appear in person on that matter as well. So you should have that notice.
You say Douglas Jacqueline Mudcatchy.
No, sir, I said January 14th at 10 o'clock with Judge Ward.
Write the date down, please.
Okay. All right. That's all the questions I have for your client today, Ms. Wanji. If you would address bond. Oh, and one more thing. He was represented by your office, but I do have a withdrawal that was granted by Judge Ward, so he's not currently represented. So are you going to do an application?
I need no preparation of age. I was raped on the way getting here. To get to that,
sir,
from the first case to the second case, I will need workman's compensation, please.
Okay.
Yeah. He went from preparation H to getting raped to getting workman's comp. I told you, it gets worse. You know what? I'm gonna rewind it so you guys can hear what I just heard. No words can put together what I don't know.
Okay. All right. That's all the questions I have for your client today, Ms. Wanji. If you would address bond. Oh, and one more thing. He was represented by your office, but I do have a withdrawal that was granted by Judge Ward, so he's not currently represented. So are you going to do an application?
I need no preparation of age. I was raped on the way getting here. To get to that,
sir,
from the first case to the second case, I will need workman's compensation, please.
Okay.
Comprende. Thank you, Your Honor.
And he follows it with comprende. Thank you, Your Honor. I love how the judge is like, okay, what is she supposed to do with that? Like, I just said I don't have any more questions for you. Where did that come from? No words.
Much obliged.
Do you know where you are today?
Yeah, standing on a carpet in a jail cell, Lansing Area Police Department, LAP.
Okay. And where do you sleep at night?
I've been sleeping in an alley for the last 6 years trying to get transportation so I can fill out my income tax so I can purchase a vehicle to rescue 16 other girls that sleep in alleys the same way.
All right, thank you. So it's going to be Ms. Wanji's. It's going to be Ms. Wanji.
He sleeps in an alley with 16 other girls? 16 other girls. Let that ring in your head how he just said that.
Wanji's turn to talk this time, so thank you, sir. Go ahead, Ms. Wanji.
Because of my client not really understanding what was going on, I don't really have anything to say regarding his prior criminal record. I know that he stated that it took him 4 years to leave from Traverse City to Michigan to Lansing. Because he's not, there is no.
Please, Jackson to Lansing.
Yes, because he stated himself that he has no transportation to go back. I will advise the court that he suggests that he's not a flight risk, that he's going to be around. He's been in the county now for more than 5 years. He was further represented by our office, and I know that there is a failure to appear. I don't know if there are many of those or just one failure to appear. So for those reasons, and he's indigent, I do believe that a PR bond with a modest amount will be sufficient on this case.
He didn't say pencil. He said transportation, didn't he? Did I mishear? A bunch of you said he's been waiting on a pencil. I thought he said he's been waiting on transportation. Maybe I'm hearing things. I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
We prefer to have $50,000 to purchase vehicle. Has been deprived of basic holidays for the last 27 years.
Tuesday.
Because Geraldine Ford has nothing to do with Carl. That's why I need a new name. And my other name doesn't belong on that address. I need my new name on that address, or do I fix that at Township Hall?
Well, you know, I've written it down here that your name is Platinum, so I don't know what you'll need to do to change it, but at least I have it here on both of your cases.
Judge wrote it on the court documents that he goes by Platinum. Oh, I love it. Yeah, I don't always watch this court. I don't. The way that it's Milmore, right? I think it's something like that. Milmore, Laura Milmore. She'll have a 3-hour docket, but it'll be cut up into like 47 videos because every single defendant is their own video. But whenever it comes to put on, personal information, she stops the live stream and then starts the second video. So if she sees 12 people, that's 24 videos. So that's why I don't watch her, because it gets kind of annoying after a while. But yeah, I caught a good one today. There's a couple minutes left of this. I just want to really quickly shout out Victor and MB. Vic, thank you so much. I appreciate it. MB, you as well for helping with the Spoil Heather Fund. Very generous. Sparkle Poots, Vic, and MB, you guys are all awesome. Thank you so much. And yeah, let's let this play out though. Like I said, there's about 2 minutes left of this. You guys, again, awesome. Thank you guys so much for everything tonight. It was a great stream. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We are going to raid most likely Lone Wolf. If we go anywhere else besides Lone Wolf, I will make one more pause at the end and let you know. But yeah, go over there, tell them I said hi. Thank you for everything. If you haven't done it already, please hit that like button. And I am out. I will see you guys tomorrow. Until next time, bye.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. We'd like that name totally clear of every evidence of every crime at all, because all these crimes were targeted of identity theft. I've been trying to fill out my income tax to get transportation. First $50,000
right, so
cheerleaders' arms.
Mr. Swartz, this is my turn now, okay? So a couple things here. We do have an assault and battery charge from 2023 that you failed to appear. You said you were out of the area trying to get a vehicle. You've been trying to get a vehicle for about 6 years. So we have a new date. We're going to have a new date set for that. You were originally granted a $3,010% bond. On the new allegations, obviously, again, you're presumed innocent. There is a concern that there were at least 3 vehicles with some damage, alleging that you had done that damage. Again, you're presumed innocent. The process will be such that you will have a fair shake at taking care of this matter. But the first thing I've got to do is I have to make sure that you will appear in court and that you will not violate any state or local laws while you're on bond. I also have to state that while you appear to be oriented to time and space, you do have some issues that appear to be somewhat related to mental health in regards to.
Major, I'll eat applesauce by damn well, please.
Okay.
He's a date rapist doctor.
Okay, what I am concerned, sir, is I'm not going to be able to release you because I'm not certain at this point that you're going to be safe and that the public is safe and that you do return to court. So on the assault and battery,
Here to eat applesauce because I ain't eating no applesauce mental home. I don't shop at your hardware store.
Okay. So your bond Sir, listen to me. Your bond is 3,000 cash surety on the assault and battery. That's the interim bond that Judge Ward had set. I'm going to follow that. On the malicious destruction of property, again, for the concern of your safety as well as the public, I'm not going to grant a PR bond. I don't find that that is sufficient to ensure your appearance and or the safety of the public. So that is also going to be a 5,000 cash surety bond. And the conditions of your release are as follows. Do not miss any court dates and do not violate any state or local laws while you're on bond. You are not to leave. You're not to leave the state of Michigan without permission from the court, and you're not allowed to possess or purchase any firearms, ammunition, or dangerous weapons. You also will have to report to pretrial services so that they can set up any pretrial release that may be necessary for you. In regards to getting you some help, we are going to have CMH conduct a mental health evaluation to see if you were able to be released.
I do not accept mental health in my world. I don't play for Quiet Riot, and I don't play guitar for them. I suppose your name has nothing to do with Geraldine Ferraro.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Wanji, did you have anything else for the record?
No, thank you, Magistrate.
You can come
Okay, then you are all set, Mr. Swartz. Good luck to you.
We'll get some.